And welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
Coming at you from Texas.
And Arkansas.
Or you might say,
Texas and Arkansas.
or Texas.
And Arkansas.
Actually, Arkansas.
And Texas. Anyway, we are in Texarkana. And this street is state line, obviously, because it splits
The two
the two
states.
states. And I'll see if I can get a picture. It's kind of neat as you're coming down. One side of the street on the light post, it has little Arkansas flags, and the other side has little Texas flags. But we are here at a very historic building, and let's kind of turn you around and show you that. Get on this side. And that is because this is a post office and courthouse. And it is the only federal building in the United States that actually is in two states.
It houses courthouses for two states.
For Arkansas and for Texas. And it also has post office for two states, Arkansas and Texas. And so if you're going to be in the northeast Texas area, it's kind of an interesting place to come and see. It's a neat town, and like I said, this is the only one in the country.
And directions are easy. State line, dead ends into it.
If you come off of 30 and head south, just keep heading south until you get to this building. Okay, this is the drive into Atlanta State Park.
Yes, the entrance to the park. It's a beautiful park.
And you just get a feel for it right here. The information booth and where you check in. And then this was when we were coming back from somewhere. We spent one night here.
Yes.
And our campsite is up here, and there is a camping loop that is up on this little peninsula, and you are surrounded by the lake, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I just took a walk down a path that they had up there, and they have paths. We're going to show you some more of those in a moment, but you just get a feel for the beauty of this park. It is absolutely one of the prettiest parks we've stayed in.
Yes, but it was a lot hotter up here than it was on the ground, I think.
Well,
And we were alone. I mean, it wasn't.
yeah, we didn't really mind being up here on this peninsula. The sites were a little bit more narrow. These were back-end sites, but we were the only ones up there, so it was really no big deal. We really enjoyed. It's just a gorgeous view. Now, down, this is another camping loop, and this one has all pull-through sites.
Yes.
Typically, we prefer the back end because of the way our hitch is, but these were huge sites.
Absolutely.
And very long. We had no trouble hitching and unhitching with this pull-through site. But during the week, as most parks, it's going to be less crowded.
Yes.
And so,
more or less empty. I mean,
now this area is the
full hookups, and it was more crowded. The sites are smaller, but you still have a definite campsite.
right. You get your picnic table, fire ring, etc. And so this is a glance at some of the trails. We did get some rain while we were there.
Yes.
Some of the trails were just a little bit more muddy, and so we didn't go down those. But this is just to give you a sampling. They have some hike and bike trails,
Yes.
and you can see this is the blue trail, and it's well marked. And so this was a look at that trail, and then there was another one that I think it's gonna, right here. This trail I actually hiked down a little while, and this is coming back to the back of our campsite. And obviously a very well marked, well maintained trail, and it kind of skirted around to the edge. Once again, we were there, I think we got there on Saturday afternoon or something, so we weren't real worried about having a lot of foot traffic, and we didn't. But it comes in and goes off to the left there at the back of our site. But you can see how massive this campsite is that we had.
Yes.
Just gorgeous.
And then we went into town. There are some historic homes in the town. Cute, quaint little town.
Yes, and just to give you an idea of some of the architecture that's
The
around.
library.
The library that is here, and then this was after all the little shops had closed up, but just a small Texas town, little
Yes.
East Texas town. They do have a Walmart. They do have a highway of such, a farm to market road that goes through the other part of town, but this is just kind of like the town square, and then their patriotism shows through.
Yes.
Really fun place.
Well, Sharon, what are your impressions of Atlanta State Park?
It is gorgeous.
It's wonderful.
I am so glad we decided to come back here and spend a little time.
I am too.
The trip into Texarkana was fun.
Yes.
It's once again the only federal building in the country that is actually, I think it said actually, the federal building that administers 2 states, but it's actually in 2 states, that the state line goes
Yes.
directly through that building. So it's historic. It became a historic landmark in 2000, I think it was, but it is a historic building, and it's just a fun little stop.
Yes.
And then Nash,
We ate at the Blue Bayou catfish.
good catfish.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good. We've only, out of being gone, this is the summer of 2017, and we've got one more stop, but before I go back to work next week, we will have been gone close to 40 days.
Yes.
Maybe over 40 days. It's been 35 nights, but we've gone, we spent
Yes.
2 days on that. So, and I think we've eaten out 4 times.
Yes.
And so that was one of them. But whenever we are kind of scoping out an area and we read reviews repeatedly on TripAdvisor that say they specialize in something that we're interested in,
There you go.
and we have better luck than we do just
Picking something.
stopping in random places. But and then we had a rather eventful evening.
It was fun. I caught 2 catfish.
Yeah, yeah, she did. It was impressive, and I think it's just because we didn't know what we were doing.
I think so.
Yeah, you want to mention
were.
what your bait was?
Well, we were fishing with worms. Gummy worms.
Yeah, gummy worms.
We did use.
Now we'd been fishing with gummy worms and been getting a lot of little nibbles here and there. But then we had some chicken last night and had skinned it, and so we were using a little bit of chicken skin and
Gummy worms.
chicken skin and gummy worms. So if you're wondering how to catch, she caught 2, and we.
Pretty fair size.
Well, as a matter of fact, a man and his couple of sons had come down as shortly before we were getting ready to leave when she caught the second one, and I asked him, I said, "Are y'all keeping them?" And he said, "Well, if they're 12 inches or more." And she brought that up, and he said, "That'll do." And so that was fun.
It was fun.
That was so cool.
And another thing about fishing, it's really more fun if you catch some.
It's more fun if they steal your bait. I mean,
yes,
yeah.
anything to let you know there are really fish there.
But what was really interesting about that whole little fishing thing was, I said, "Okay, you caught 2 fish. Did you touch either one of those?"
Oh no.
That will change. But anyway, that was fun. The park is pretty. The trip into Texarkana was nice. And the little city of Atlanta.
Yes, they have a Walmart, and of course a Dollar General. It's several restaurants, some little hotels.
Yeah, we've shown you, I think,
Yes.
the drive around, and it's really a neat little, it's much larger than Dangerfield.
Yes,
But
gorgeous little park. in
yes,
this
with
town.
walking trail. We didn't get a
Yes.
picture of that, but they had a walking path in there and everything. And we've seen a few deer here,
Yes.
which has been fun.
Lots of rabbits.
Rabbits, yeah. So it is a gorgeous park. It is a beautiful part of the state. The lake here, just so you know, is huge.
Yes.
I'll put the name of the lake because I don't remember it right now.
It's Pat Wright.
Pat Wright. Never mind. I won't put it because we just told you. But it's huge, and well, they have
Their Corps of Engineer part, at least one, around the lake.
Now, her fish was awesome fishing from the shore, but this is one of those parks that if you're in a boat, you're going to need a fishing license.
Yes.
From the shore, you didn't. But they had a fishing tournament on Saturday morning, and we saw a guy with a
18.
was it just 18-pound catfish that was like,
Yes,
I mean, it was
huge.
huge. But Malina's was
Yeah.
it was a really nice sized fish. Well, fish stories, it was, but it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It's gorgeous park, and glad that we came back here.
I am too.
Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.